let's discuss in further detail the AMFI data that we have seen now and the SIP data that we will be getting in a few minutes from now. Joining us on the show is Anthony Heredia, the Managing Director and CEO at Mahindra Manulife Investment Management. Anthony, thank you so much for joining us on the show. Now, first up, give us a sense of what you are making of this AMFI data that we've seen, because everything looks good. The only pressure point, if we could call it that, is the total inflow figure has slightly reduced on a month-on-month basis. So help us understand why this has happened and also the potential impact, if any, and what sense are you making of this?
Hi, thanks. No, so I don't think there's a material change in inflows. Typically in July, you would see higher than usual inflows because a lot of the liquid fund money that gets taken off the table in June typically comes back at the start of the quarter, right? So you'll typically see higher inflow months in the months of July, October, and so on and so forth. So if I look at it broadly, other than those institutional type inflows in liquid, I think it's pretty much status quo.
Hi Anthony, this is Ankita also joining in. Tell us, Anthony, this time mid-cap and small-cap schemes have regained flows after 3 months. Now, see, up until now, the shift of investment trends has been towards the flexi, multi and the thematic funds, over small and mid-cap. Do you see this trend continuing? Do you see this move sustaining for mid-cap and small caps?
No, I personally don't. I have seen I think there are two ways to look at it. One is, what is the share of gross flows? Because sometimes net flows can be distorted by a percentage of redemption that is typically lower than normal. To my mind, I'm seeing for the last few months a clear trend towards large and mid cap, flexi cap, and multi cap. I'm also seeing significant appetite for thematic funds, and particularly given that there are a lot of NFOs in that space. And I would want to use this opportunity to kind of caution investors. I think the best thing to do at this level of the markets is to be diversified in products that are across capitalization. So I don't see small and mid caps gaining further ground from here. But I do see increasing appetite for thematic funds and NFOs. And the point is that if you buy 5 or 6 different thematic funds, you're back to being diversified. So you might as well keep it simple.
So on that note, Anthony, also tell us what you are expecting to see on the SIP front, because we're penciling in a number of roughly 23,500 crores. And if you take a look at July also, we were at 23,332 crores. So what's your forecast? Because we're going to be getting this data in a short while, but what are you penciling in on the SIP front?
So I would pencil in reasonably the same level of numbers, around 23,500. There will always be months where the delta for the SIP number doesn't change. But I think my prognosis for SIPs longer term continues to be positive. My view is SIP numbers will grow at 1.5 times the growth of the overall industry in equity and hybrid. So I wouldn't be surprised if we start to see 30,000 crores per month by the time this financial year is over, because there's a very strong appetite from retail investors towards this product. And secondly, I think given where market valuations are, a lot of people are looking at SIP as a more sensible route of investing in any case, right? So my broader view on SIPs is the number would be, I think, in the range of 23.5, 24,000. But I think the medium to long-term trend is extremely positive from my perspective.
All right, Anthony, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you so much for joining us and weighing in on the AMFI data. We will let you go on that note.
If you like this video, then like, share and subscribe to ET Now.